It could be the last game of the night. It's certainly the last series of the night as we see Brown going up against MarineKing Prime for the final spot of Group C, where Scarlet has already advanced in first. Teja has been eliminated in last, and now Brown is up 1-0 against MarineKing Prime.
Yeah, Brown looking pretty good. I love his decision-making going up against the 1-1-1. Actually, I don't know whether any Terrans can actually break him with a 1-1-1 on Ohana. And because it's such a common map for 1-1-1, that kind of gives Brown a really, really good thumbs up in terms of going against Terrans.
Yeah. But now that that map's gone and out of the way, Ohana, again, the Korean word for bacon, now they're up on Cloud Kingdom. So this is going to give a little bit more opportunity to MKP's aggressive builds, as it has that flat entrance at the opening.
Yeah, it's a really, really treacherous position to be in, as I'm sure we're already underway, actually, here in this first game. So without further ado, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner here as our yellow Terran once again. Currently 1 game down, on the verge of elimination. He is MarineKing Prime.
And up in the top right-hand corner, blowing everyone's mind with his saucy, sexy Protoss play in the PBT matchup. Can he pull it off? It is No Teams Brown.
No Team Brown, no Team Brown. He's looking good, but will he look good in game number 2? MarineKing on this map, I don't know. I think he might pull out all the stops here. I mean, he's on the verge of elimination, right? So of course he's going to pull out all the stops. It'd be kind of weird if he didn't. But still, we could see the aggressive MarineKing, although I do like the options to go into a longer macro game. Cloud Kingdom's just really cool for that. I like it.
I want aggression.
You want aggression.
I want aggression. Aggression's what I want, it's what I need, and there's no reason I can't have it, and there's no reason MarineKing would not provide that to me, depending on his various whims and wills. So let's see what he's up to. He's built 1 barracks thus far, and that total jerk nard is actually just building SCVs. Ugh. Yes, a geyser! Bam!
Well, aggression abound, potentially, as we will have Brown now, just opening with Gateway and then Assimilator. But what is Brown going to do from here? He's actually going to see this gas, and I think he's just going to go into his Robo on 1 base into expansion eventually again.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he pops in here and sees this early gas to go, well, I enjoy easy games. Last game was what would be defined as an easy game. Let's do it.
Sure. It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. But no, Brown here, you're right. If he just goes for the same build he went for last time, there's second gas already going down. So he's already gearing up for something very, very similar to game number 1. And, you know...
I think MarineKing Prime is about to do the meta smack to the face. He's going to be going for Reaper Expand into some sort of combat shield and or stim 3 racks play. And that's going to be excellent against this 1 basing play from Brown.
Yeah.
There's the Reaper coming up, and the the probe comes up and sees it again. Now that's just freaking awful.
Yeah, that's... Wow, that was harsh, but true.
I mean, that is as awful as it can get. Just keep him out.
I completely agree. As everything's been read here, he can technically read this. He's positioning a pylon in a position that would instantly give him a notification as to whether or not a Reaper is on the way. So, yeah, not a good position.
I would describe this position as stinky for NKP. However, he is already starting the combat shield quite early, one of the benefits of going for the Reaper Expand. But here comes Mr. Stalker.
He's doing all right for himself, is Brown. Stalker's on the route to just try and catch everything, and actually I think they're just going to cross paths straight away. Is this really going to happen? No, apparently not. Get the probe, get in the probe, get in the probe. Didn't.
Now that is a little bit of relief right there. You actually get the probe. But, I mean, MarineKing Prime I would define as just generally a little ways behind the opponent, just due to the fact that everything's been seen. The defense can now be established perfectly. Brown is not worried about building extra gateways. He can freely go straight for the Robo. Ordinarily, if you saw someone having barracks gas, you would be forced to build extra gateways.
Yes. Very, very important to note there. I mean, he's going to go for extra gateways after the robo, but you're right. Just getting the robo before the gateways really gives a good signification here that Brown is pretty stable, pretty happy with his position here. And meanwhile, back home for MKP, adding on that second gas, getting a few barracks as well. So, Stim started up, so we'll be able to hit that timing that he wants to eventually. But actually, that +1's really quick. Nom nom nom.
Yeah, that's a very, very swift +1. It looks like he's trying to have it align with some sort of future attack. I don't think he's going to have a +1 attack, but he might even have a +1/1 attack. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, looking at that timing, that +1 attack is not going to line up with anything. He just sort of got it, so I mean that's fine. Nothing wrong with upgrades. His 2-2 will start a little earlier, and some nice pickups by MKP, having a grand total of 5 workers killed by Mr. Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper did himself all right. Did himself justice. As he now, I mean, it's funny because Reapers on this map actually most of the time don't even jump into their opponent's bases. Sometimes you just see a lot of Reapers chilling out in the middle of the map, holding the watchtowers and being happy with themselves. And it's actually a pretty cool way of establishing some map control early on.
Wow. MKP going straight in for that starport. This is, again, one of the benefits of going for this quite quick Reaper play. You're going to be getting your starport tech up quite swiftly. The defining trait of the matchup, in my eyes, is the 10-minute timing push. The 10-minute Marine medevac, all the things push. It's just so brutal.
If you're 2 medevacs with it and just kind of having... Yeah, I get you, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is... And, I mean, the Protoss has to be able to defend a strong push with stim and healing at the front, must be able to defend some sort of drop tech at the back, and now MKP has that +1, or has the stim, has the combat shield, has +1 attack. This is turning into an extremely standard game, and the question is, how is Brown's very standard defense?
Yeah, you're right. It's that 2 medevac push is going to end up coming here, and with that, it's going to be down to that first Colossus is going to be out. Does MKP feel bold and ballsy enough to just stim up and try and snipe it outright? And I would say MKP is the kind of guy that he's favorite aggression. He's damn well going to try and take that opportunity, and Brown's going to have to be very, very cautious here in his defense.
Well, here comes MarineKing Primes. Big old push. There's the one Colossus up. Very typical sort of element to this. Ooh, some nice little force fields to pick off the Marines, but I'm questioning if you really want to do that when you have 3 sentries and not that many other gateway units. I mean, throwing down 2 force fields to delay is going to be pretty big, and here he is, arriving right at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, as he still doesn't have that many gateway units. Once again, he's throwing down even more force fields. He catches a few more Marines and will pull back. Not even a single Zealot actually lost there. Brown's defenses actually here aren't too bad, but I have to agree. I mean, sometimes keeping that sentry energy for that big engagement is sometimes very, very pivotal.
Yeah, and there's the engagement up. It looks like the Colossus, because it doesn't have range yet, is vulnerable to Marines. Oh my god, and he misses it and has no more force fields! Oh, he's gonna lose a Colossus to just Marines. No way. Oh my god. Oh, that is why you just have to be so careful. Oh no, instantly dropping the mule, making his opponent look like the fool.
Too true, man. Too true. I mean, the one Colossus is out, and actually it's wrecking a ton of these Marines in turn, but there's been so many workers killed off. 22 workers with more on the way, and actually he's being forced to pull all his probes off as well, trying to deal with this. The last Colossus falls down to that one Marauder shot. GG.
Oh, gosh. You know, I'm sure everyone has been in that situation where you end up with the too few force fields. And if that happens just 3 or 4 times, then for the rest of your life, you're always like, dude, I don't want to spend these force fields unless I have to spend these force fields. And Brown did the classic eyes get big. I can kill some Marines. Oh, all it took was force fields. Those are free anyways. And then whiffs a force field and loses the Colossus and instantly loses the game.
I mean, I technically didn't mind the first 2 pokes because they were kind of efficient. Yeah, you waste a few force fields for it, but then the third one, where your Colossus strays forward without range and the rocks are down, so you have to put down more force fields to stop your opponent from coming up.
Yeah.
That's a horrible situation to be in. Yeah. I feel grimy.
So that stinks. So that is a painful moment. However, we have a very exciting final map coming up. So stay here. It is literally the last match physically, humanly possible as MarineKing Prime goes up against Brown. Thrilled to see if MarineKing Prime can make a return, or whether Brown, the fairly new Protoss player, can make a big splash by advancing to the round of 16. Stay tuned, guys.